Hello, magical beings. Welcome back to the Wild Mystics. Thank you so much for being here. Today we are going to be asking for messages from the universe. So this is pretty much just going to be whatever comes through. So just what you need to hear right now, basically. Yeah, what you need to know, just what message was meant to find you. So yeah, just guidance. We're just basically looking for whatever message wants to come through. So it will be very interesting to see. Yeah, so today we have 4 piles to choose from. Pile 1 is this smoky quartz, I'm pretty sure. It looks very dark to be smoky quartz, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Yes, very cool. So that's pile 1. Pile 2 is this amethyst, I guess, cluster. It's an amethyst cluster. It's not focusing. There we go. This one's very shiny. So that's pile 2. Pile 3 is this blue agate. It could be aqua agate, but I'm going to say blue. So it has a little bit of a piece there that looks kind of aqua. So that's pile 3. And pile 4 is this little rose quartz. It almost looks like clear quartz, but I'm pretty sure that it is rose quartz because it does have a pinky quality. So that's pile 4. So those are our 4 piles. Take a moment to take some deep breaths and just, feel which one draws you in the most. What message needs to find you? What does spirit want to communicate with you? What message does the universe want to convey to you right now? And we'll get into the messages. Hi, pile 1. If you picked this smoky quartz stone, this is going to be your reading. I'm going to try to shove it up there. So we have some pre-shuffled oracle cards here. This one originally I was thinking was going to be for the end, but I think it might just kind of mix into the overall message. So from the Sufi Wisdom Oracle, we have Balanced Life. Love seeks your well-being. I love the lighting around this person. It's beautiful. From the Spellcasting Oracle, we have Dreams. That's also very beautiful. From the Wisdom of the Oracle, we have Milk and Honey. Also beautiful. Sorry, I keep saying beautiful, but it is. It really is. And then from the Wisdom of the Avalon Oracle, we have Movement, number 36. And from the Moonology Oracle, we have Work Through Your Fears, New Moon in Scorpio. I'm being drawn to this sort of rainbow lighting from these 2 cards here. I just feel like with the kind of warm colors going to the cold colors here, and then we have that again, I just feel like there is this beautiful, abundant energy around you. I feel like you have a dream, and I feel like you have some sort of some dream or some goal or some passion, just some inspiration, some desire inside of you that you want to do or you want to achieve, or it could be a person, it could be a creative project, just some sort of pull towards something. It's a dream, some dream that you have that you really want and you want to move towards it. And it's something that makes you feel very happy inside of your spirit, inside of that deep inner place. It gives you this just really good, warm, fuzzy feeling when you think about attaining this thing, whatever it is, having this dream come true. But I feel like there is this fear surrounding this dream, and I'm not sure if it's a fear as in like you don't believe it can happen, or if it's just a fear of what other people will think if you do it, or what it is. This could even be like an identity thing. It could be like a desire to change your identity. It could be to change your gender identity, or it could be just to change like your religion, or just or even just to like change your physical appearance in some way. It's some desire that really resonates with you, that you are nervous that either people will judge, or you don't feel like it's possible to do it yourself. You feel like it won't be successful. Like, say you love music and you really want to become a musician, but you just feel like it's very unlikely with all the musicians in the world, that you'll be able to promote yourself and achieve that goal. So it's something that you really want to move towards, that you just feel like you can't, via either yourself or what other people will think. There's something that's holding you back from achieving this. Maybe it's even just that you don't feel like people, or you don't feel like, what was I trying to say? You don't feel like it will actually turn into what you imagine it. Like, the vision that you have for it is much more beautiful than what you think can actually be made manifest on the material plane, if that makes sense. So yeah, there's something in your mind that is blocking you, even though this dream is beautiful, and warm. And I feel like it's something deep in your heart that you love. And it's like these things, these inspirations, these passions inside of us are there for a reason. And that is what is okay. I'm being drawn to this the words on this card. Love seeks your well-being. I'm hearing right now that the things that you love are there for your well-being. The reason that you have these desires and these passions inside, that anyone does, is for your well-being and for the well-being of others too. Like, imagine if some of the artists and creative people out there, and just even like the inventors or whatever, just people with these new creative ideas, imagine if they didn't put out those passions and they didn't try and be willing to fail. Those things wouldn't have brought the well-being to the world that they have. So yeah, I feel like there's this energy where you really need to take a chance on yourself, and you really need to just embrace the love of whatever this is, and make sure that your love is stronger than your fear. So yeah, that's what I'm getting from this oracle part anyways. Let's get into some tarot now. We're going to use the Shadowscape Tarot. And this is actually my first time doing a reading with these ones, but I love them. They're very beautiful. Okay, what message needs to find pile 1? What does the universe want to communicate with pile 1? I feel like we're going to take those ones right there. So we have the 6 of Cups. Beautiful. We have the 5 of Pentacles. And we have the Queen of Pentacles. And what's on the bottom of the deck? The Ace of Wands. Okay, so this just kind of feels like it is reiterating the message that I was saying before. With the 6 of Cups, this is showing something very close to our soul. This could be a dream that you've had since childhood. And if this is a person, this could be a person that you've known since childhood. This could be some sort of affection that has been with you for a long, long time. Some sort of dream or goal or aspiration that you've had in your heart for a very long time. But I feel like it hasn't been able to fully express itself. And that's what I'm feeling with the 5 of Pentacles. I feel like you are hoarding this passion. Whatever this is, you are hoarding it inside and you're keeping it from other people. And I'm not sure if it's because you don't think people will receive it well, or if it's just because it's in a safe place when it's just with you. Like, sometimes we are afraid to bring our ideas and things and our creative things out into the open, because not even just because of what other people will think, but just because it is such a safe place to keep it within ourselves. And it's such a sacred thing within us that we don't want to express it and bring it out into the open. But I really feel here like it's time to to share it. It's time to become this Queen of Pentacles and be willing to express this bounty on the earth and just embrace it with this Ace of Wands and just push it forward and just charge forward with this inspiration and just express yourself. We're gonna get a few. I'm going to use the Fantastical Creatures Tarot to clarify, but yeah, I'm almost seeing here, it's like this is what you've been creating, this beautiful thing right here, and you're hoarding it inside, and then sorry, there was just a message coming up on my phone. And here it's like it's being brought up to the top of her head and being expressed. It's almost like it's being channeled from this. It's like this divine energy that's being brought out and expressed like the sun. So yeah, I feel like you have a light inside of you that needs to be expressed, basically. And if this is an affection for a person, I would say there's no need to be fearful. So we have the High Priestess, and we have the Eight of Swords, and we're gonna get one more. That was not one more. That was a whole slew of things trying to come out. But I just feel like that is kind of indicative of how much you need to share, like how much has been inside of you. And I feel like this will create a lot of balance for you. The Empress, yes. Ten of Wands. I love how this goes, these bottom deck energies go. The Ace of Wands and the Ten of Wands. This cycle of feeling overburdened, I feel like with this energy that's being hoarded within you, it's kind of pulling you down. And like even unconsciously, even though it feels maybe safer to do that, it's pulling you down and it's depleting your energy because it takes a lot of energy to hold yourself closed. There was this line from one of the cards from some deck, I don't know which one it was, but it says it takes a lot more energy to hold yourself closed than it does to let yourself flow open. And I feel like that is very indicative of what this is trying to tell me right now. I feel like you're using this energy to hold yourself closed, and really it would be so much easier to just allow this expression to flow from you. And I feel like that's again what this Eight of Swords is saying. It's like you're holding yourself shut. You're imprisoning yourself. Like look how this snake has woven itself through these swords. And there's this light again that's being shone brightly, but it can't escape because it's woven itself so deeply inside of these swords and holding itself there. And I feel like that's what's happening here, is like it would be so simple to just unwind, but because it's been in there for so long, especially with the Six of Cups, I feel like this is something that has been deep inside of you for a very long time. And again with the High Priestess, there's this energy of keeping it to yourself and keeping something hidden and secret and very divine and beautiful, but secret. And with the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles, I just feel like the Empress is a very like open and expressive, beautiful being, and I feel like that's what you need. And don't worry what other people will think about whatever this expression is. That's not what matters. What matters is that this is an authentic part of yourself. And in order for you to feel a part of the world and just embraced by yourself, this is something that needs to be expressed. So yeah, that's what I'm really feeling for you, pile one. Something here needs to be expressed. But we're going to get a little bit more advice with the Angels and Ancestors Oracle. So what does pile one need to know about expressing this energy? We have Stag, trust and thrive. Yeah, so I feel like you really need to develop a trust in yourself. Like, this is also having a trust in other people and having a trust in the universe and just in life in general, but I really feel like this is you. And you need to feel that confidence and that faith in yourself that you can do this and you can express yourself openly. We're going to get one from the Starseed Oracle. That is not one. What does pile 1 need to know about this expression? What does pile 1 need to know about expressing this energy? We have I remember, soul plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. Interesting. I'm trying to kind of feel what the difference is between fate and destiny. Maybe that's something you need to look into, because this is, again, reminding me of the Six of Cups energy. I feel like this could even be something that, like, that you have done in a past life, or something that wasn't quite fulfilled in a past life that now needs to be. Maybe you had a past life where, again, you wanted to do this thing and it was suppressed, and there was other people around you that were suppressing you and were preventing you from expressing this part of yourself. It could have been, like I said before, a gender identity, or just like, even if it's like witchcraft or some sort of spirituality, some belief system, or just a part of yourself. There's been something that in the past, somehow, maybe in a past life, has been possibly repressed, and now is the time where you need to allow yourself to trust yourself and to just move forward, because this is part of your soul's plan. This is something deep inside of you. And if this pile resonates with you, you will know that this is something that you've always wanted. You will know that this is a desire that is deep inside of you, and that you need to express. Like, there is so much energy inside of you that is just ready to burst open into this beautiful, like, rainbow and explosion of stardust and sparkles. And I feel like, yeah, whatever this is, it needs to be released and expressed. It's part of your destiny, almost. Yeah. I just want to get, I want to see if there's a little message from the book. There's a little quote for each of these cards, so I'm going to just read. Okay, it says, "Today, like many other days, we wake up empty and startled. Let the beauty we love be what we do." Rumi. So let the beauty we love be what we do. So there's something beautiful inside you that you want to do. There's something beautiful that you want to express, or that you want to do, or some dream, and allow that to be what pulls you forward in life. Allow that to be how you live. Yeah, I feel like that's the message here. Sorry if I was very repetitive. I just feel like that maybe this is something that needs to be repeated in order for you to really feel, right in moving forward. Because, yeah, sometimes we need a message to repeat in order for us to really feel confident in doing it. But you'll know if this is what's right for you, and you'll feel the nudge, I think. But yeah, trust yourself and you will thrive. There's beautiful energy here. Yeah, I feel like you are ready to be abundant via whatever this dream is. So yes, that's very beautiful, Pal One. Thank you so much for watching. I know this reading was a little shorter, but I think everything that you needed to hear was there. So thank you so much for watching. I'm sending you love, beauty, passion, dreams, faith, movement. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching, Pile 1. Bye! Hi, Pile 2! If you picked this beautiful, sorry, my brain just froze. Amethyst! Amethyst cluster, this is going to be your reading. Yes, so let's find out what the universe would like to say to you. Yeah, we've got some pre-shuffled oracle cards here, and let's dive right in. So from the Sufi Wisdom Oracle, we have determination. Perseverance leads to fortune. Beautiful. Just gonna try to put it in there. From the Spellcasting Oracle, we have talent. Ooh, I love how like the imagery on those is like pretty similar actually. From the Wisdom of the Oracle, we have thinker, number 44. From the Wisdom of the Avalon, we have fear, number 48. And from the Moonology Oracle, we have it's time to take action, new moon in Aries. I feel like there's been something that you have been working on, pile 2. Some project that is using your talents that you have been working on. And I feel like there's possibly an opportunity that has come that you are currently wondering about, you're thinking about, and you're wondering whether you should take action towards this or not. Because it's something that you possibly fear. I'm going to get some tarot from the Shadowscapes tarot deck before I get too much into this message, because it seems like it could be similar to pile 1, and I just want to get some tarot out before I jump to any conclusions. Let's see. We do have 3 coming out. Okay. So we have the Emperor. Here, I'll actually show you so you can see the Emperor. We have the Queen of Pentacles. And we have the 5 of Pentacles. So actually 2 of those cards came out for pile 1. So if you felt drawn to pile 1 as well, you could check that one out. We also have the 2 of Cups. Okay, I'm going to get some clarifiers with the Fantastical Creatures Tarot, and then we will get into the messages. I'm hearing right now that which you fear, sometimes you need to jump into. It's like, almost like, sorry for the loud noises. I feel almost like in this situation, the thing that you are fearing will come upon you, but also that when you fear something, that is showing you that there is something that matters to you, almost, in a sense. How can I use an example for this? Like especially, it happens all the time in romantic relationships, even though this situation may not be that. This is just an example. We fear jumping into a relationship or telling someone how we feel because we put a lot on that. Like, because a lot of our, how am I saying this? Because it's something that matters to us. So, like you might have a project that you want to share, but you're afraid to share it because it's something that means a lot to you, and you're afraid of what other people will think and what they'll say. And oftentimes fear is just an indicator that something matters to us. So that's what I'm trying to really say here, pile 2. I feel like there's a situation in your life right now that is bringing up some fears, and it's something that uses your talents. It's something most likely a creative thing or some sort of talent that you have, like some ability that you have, something that you've been working hard on. And I feel like you've been thinking about whether it's ready to be expressed, and you're very afraid possibly of expressing this thing, whatever it is. And I feel like it's time to take action. I feel like it's time to keep persevering and keep pushing forward with this project, or it could be a relationship, possibly. I'm not really feeling that for most of you, but it could be. I mean, we do have the 2 of Cups coming up here. But I feel like it's time to keep pushing through, and it's time to take action and keep moving towards this thing. Yeah, don't get overwhelmed. Try not to get overwhelmed with whatever this is, and try to keep moving forward because there is fortune here. I'm going to clarify these cards here. Why is the Emperor here? I actually had 3 just pop out. The 5 of Swords. We have the World. And we have the Knight of Cups. Let's see what's on the bottom. The 7 of Pentacles. Oh, I feel like this could be a project or an idea that you want to like pitch to someone, that you want to share with someone specific, that you possibly want to work with. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing this 2 of Cups as being like a possible work partner or like a creative partner in some way. And you're trying to like not like prove yourself to them. Like you're trying to show that you know have what it takes to work alongside them. Yeah, I feel like this is you, this Emperor. I feel like some of your shadows could be coming up right now. I'm just being drawn to the imagery of these shadows reflected on these trees. And these here, even though they're not shadows, they're carvings, they're still reminiscent of shadows for me right now. And I feel like now is the time to use these shadows and see them as a way to push forward. Because I feel like there's something you want to either offer the world, to offer a specific person, or to offer a group of people, or just there's something that you want to offer, some talent or thing that you want to offer. And I feel like you've been waiting to do this. I feel like you've been working in the background. You've been trying to grow this thing, grow your talent, grow your confidence, grow your abilities. And I feel like it's getting to the point where it's time to take action. And there could have been an opportunity that came up recently that you're wondering if you should take this opportunity. And if that's the case, I would say yes. If that's not the case, I would say there's likely going to be an opportunity coming up for you, or there's going to be an opportunity to move towards this in some way. Because there is movement here, and there is like cyclical change as well. Like I'm seeing the circle here. There's a new moon here, which is often about new beginnings and bringing new things in. We have the World card, which is the end of the cycle. And we have the Knight of Cups, which is like this forward moving energy. But I do feel like there has been a period of not even stagnation, but just a period of work, like a period where things visually, like externally, haven't been moving forward very much, but where you have been persevering yourself. I'm feeling drawn again, just like I was in pile 1, to these 2 cards. I'm seeing like this is something that you have been keeping to yourself, possibly, but I less so feel like you're hoarding it, and more so feel like you're just working on it, and you're creating it, and you're building it, and you're working on yourself. Like I feel like there's been a period of thought and contemplation and creation, and just where you've been building something, and it needs to be expressed now. It needs to be brought into light with this sun up here, and with her hands holding out this thing. And it may not be something huge, even though you've been working on it. Maybe that's part of the fear, is that you feel like even though you've been working so hard at this thing and you've been very patient with it, maybe it's still very small. But that doesn't mean that it won't grow into something magnificent. It's going to grow into the world. It's going to become something beautiful. And it's almost like you need to water it. You need to bring it outside in order for the rain to come and water this creation. So yeah, I feel like it is time for this to be brought out into the world and for you to share this. If you've been wanting to share it with a particular person, I would say now is the time to share it with this person, because I think, yeah, they will be receptive. A lot of the time we just build up the fear in our own minds, and other people don't even think half the things that we think they're thinking. Okay, so we have Traveler, move in a new direction. Yeah, because I feel like you've been working very solitarily, like very independently. You've been working by yourself a lot. And I think moving in a new direction, it could mean like taking a different approach to whatever this is. But I feel like it could also be just allowing it to be surrounded by other people, like allowing other people to have thoughts and opinions, and, you know, allowing other people to embrace this thing. And I feel like that could be the new direction. Or if there is a partner that you want to share this with, or like someone that you want to pitch this idea to and possibly share it with, I think that now's the time to do that. And that could even bring this into a whole new, situation that you couldn't even have dreamed was possible before. Maybe this person is going to bring it, this creation, the inspiration that it needed in order to become what you want it to become. So maybe it's not even about like partnering with anyone. It could just be someone else giving you advice, or someone else giving you an opinion, or just, yeah, I feel like sometimes we fear to receive, like backlash from other people. We fear to receive, like, not necessarily hate, but like negative comments. And, we don't want anyone to say anything bad about, what we create. But sometimes, even if it's something negative, we can use that and see what we can learn from it, and how we can improve what we're doing. Even if it's, what they say is not really, like, is mean or something, we can sometimes still use that to our benefit and, change what we're doing slightly, and make it something even more beautiful. Even if what they say about it isn't true, sometimes it just like ignites a new idea or something. So sometimes we can use, that fear or those external judgments as inspiration and as motivation and progression for these, creative ideas. So we're going to get one more card. Ooh, that's interesting. I'm going to get a clarifier for that, because we have the Void. Stop. Embrace the winter. Great cosmic womb. This is interesting because I've felt like you have been in this process of, like, not stagnancy and not quite a pause, because I feel like you've been working, but it's not something that other people have necessarily seen. So to outside viewers, to outside eyes, it would appear that you're not necessarily, making progress, but really you are. It's just they can't see that. So it's interesting that we're getting as sort of like advice for you to stop and embrace winter. Maybe it's just reiterating the fact that you need to stop doing what it is that you're doing currently. It's another sign that now it's time to stop embracing the winter almost. And great cosmic womb, maybe it's time to open the womb. And because I feel like you've been in the womb, and this could be different for everyone. Some of you, maybe you still need to be in this womb stage, and you still need to, feed these ideas and be working on creating things and be using your thought and, thinking of other ideas and still planning. You're still in the planning stage. But some of you, it is really time to open up. So I'm going to get one more card for this Void card just to see. Okay. Portal. Doors are opening. You decide. Rewards. Wild card. Okay. So this is just kind of reiterating the fact that, it will be different for everyone. You decide. You individually, for all of you who are watching this, you decide It's up to you. If you feel like you need more time to keep to yourself and to keep this idea on its own, keep this project by itself, and work on it independently, that's up to you. You can do that. But if you feel like there's nothing more you can really do on your own, I would say it's time to start opening up. It's time to start birthing this into the world and moving through the portal. Doors are opening. It's time to, possibly move forward and move in a new direction. So it will vary for all of you. I think, regardless of your situation, it's definitely a time to look at your situation, look at this creation, project, talent, desire, whatever it is, and really think about where it is right now. Use this time to think and ponder what you want to accomplish with this goal. Ponder your fears and evaluate your situation and see, why you might want to stay independent for now, or why you might want to start expressing that. And I feel like for most of you, it is going to be time to take action. It's going to be time to bring this out into the open and to allow it to be brought to light and seen by other people. So yeah, because I feel like it's going to get a lot of beautiful it's going to be received very well by other eyes. I feel like there will at least be one person that will fall in love with this thing. And I feel like regardless, even if this is a creative project, I feel like this is something that could possibly lead to romance. I've been working on it really hard for a long time, this painting or something, let's say, as an example. You finally get it out there and you post it somewhere, or you get it maybe in a coffee shop or somewhere that people can see it. And then, you go there one day and someone is looking at it, and then you meet that person and they fall in love with your artwork, and then you start talking, and then you end up, developing a beautiful connection and relationship with that person. So I just feel like there's a lot of opportunities that are ready to happen once you start opening yourself and expressing whatever talent or creative project or whatever it is. Once you start expressing it, I feel like it will be received very well by other people, or at least one person, and it will bring a lot of love and a lot of satisfaction and fulfillment for you. And I think it might even bring your life into a new direction that you were not expecting at all. So I think it's time to take action for most of you. Some of you, if you're not quite ready, prepare for taking action, because there will likely be an opportunity that comes up that you will want to take. So start preparing yourself that, things might start to change. And yeah. Thanks so much, Pile 2. I think that is all we have for this message. I hope that it made sense. I'm sending you beautiful energy. I'm sending you love, passion, movement, perseverance, excitement, and faith. Yeah. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in another reading. Bye! Hi, Pile 3! If you picked this beautiful blue agate stone, this is going to be your reading. So we have some pre-shuffled oracle cards here, and we are going to be finding out what messages the universe wants to express to you. So starting with the Sufi Wisdom Oracle, we have Silencing the Mind. Let silence guide you to your inner power. From the Spellcasting Oracle, we have Prosperity. From the Wisdom of the Oracle, we have Loyal Heart. From the Wisdom of the Avalon Oracle, we have Protection. And from the Moonology Oracle, we have A New Start is Coming. Okay, so Pile 3. First off, I am feeling like there is an energy around you of needing to take a little bit of time for yourself, because we have silencing the mind here at the center of the reading. Let silence guide you to your inner peace. So I'm getting this sense that you need to find your inner peace. You need to take some time to go within. There could have been something that recently happened, where you need to protect your energy, or just where you feel like you need some time on your own to reconnect with yourself. But yeah, I feel like there's this energy where I'm almost seeing this like bubble around you. It's almost like you need to encase yourself in this like egg of protection and just take some time to be inside of this egg and be inside of this energy and just get in touch with that deep inner part of your heart. And this might only take like a little while. Like it might only take like a day where you just need to maybe even meditate. I just feel like there needs to be a moment where you just maybe go on a walk, you spend some time by yourself, and you just look within, you just spend some time with you, removing your energy away from other people, protecting it from other people, and then you'll be ready to break out of this egg and express yourself, because there's a new start coming. And with this prosperity and this new start coming, I feel like there's going to be a lot of like momentum and a lot of energy. Like I'm seeing that all this energy, all this vitality, all of this fire sort of coming out. And yeah, I'm seeing this intensity coming into your life. Some sort of, yeah, something coming in. And I feel like you need to take a break right now before whatever's coming is coming. So yeah, that's what I'm getting. I don't really know what this thing could be that's coming in, but something is coming. There is a new beginning here in some way, and it could be prosperity, it could be abundance, it could be that you're something's going to be gaining a lot of views or a lot of income, or that you're going to have a lot of eyes on you. Maybe a bunch of people are going to come in, a bunch of romantic interests or something. But I just feel like right now, maybe you've been feeling overwhelmed lately and you just need to just go within, take some time for yourself, readjust your energy, and just maybe even sleep. Maybe you just need to go and get a good night's sleep. But yeah, I feel like there's this energy of needing to take some time for yourself because things are going to start picking up and there's going to be a lot happening, a lot of momentum, a lot of energy building in the future. So, okay, we're going to get some tarot cards. We have the Shadowscape Tarot, and we are going to see what you need to know from the universe. Maybe we'll find out what's coming. What does pile 3 need to know? Messages from the universe. Wow, every single time, my intention was to pick 3 cards, and every single reading, 3 cards together have just popped out. So that's very interesting. That doesn't usually happen. So we have the 2 of Pentacles. We have the 3 of Swords. And we have the 4 of Swords. I almost feel like I want to shift it like this. I won't do that yet. Let's just see what happens. And the bottom deck energy is the 7 of Wands. Okay. So when I first came to this reading, I did feel like something possibly happened. And like a reason why you needed to maybe remove your energy. And with the 3 of Swords here, I'm definitely feeling like there's some sort of heartbreak. Maybe someone was taken from you. Maybe someone recently died. Maybe a loved one has passed on, or maybe someone has a broken heart. Maybe someone broke up with you, or maybe I just feel like there is something that happened here in this pile where you're feeling very heartbroken. Yeah, something, you recently discovered something that has put you in a place of heartbreak where you feel very sad and very possibly alone. And I feel like this is why you need this time. And we have the Four of Swords coming out here, which is the card of, you know, going within and contemplating and meditating and taking time for yourself. And I feel like that's even a progression here, going from the Three of Swords to the Four of Swords. It makes perfect sense that you would need to take some time in solitude before, you know, reemerging into the world. And yeah, I feel like that's what's happening here. I just feel like you, pile 3, really need to take some time for yourself. Because possibly even before this happened, you were juggling a lot. Maybe you were already dealing with a lot of things. You weren't sure which direction to move in life, and then bam, something happened. Some form of heartbreak, something that really puts you in this place of either grieving or sadness, just pain. And this needs to be processed. And so you need to take some time for yourself to just have it quiet around you. Have the silence, and get to a place where you can silence your own mind and not have those, you know, like reoccurring thoughts about this heartbreak happening over and over again. So yeah, I really feel like that's what you need, pile 3. Because there is this energy, there is something coming that you're going to require energy for. Okay, let's clarify these cards with the Fantastical Creatures Tarot. The Two of Pentacles. We have the Four of Swords coming out again. So, really needing this time in meditation, pile 3. Taking some time for yourself. Maybe you just need to go to a retreat for like a couple days or something. Now we have the Four of Cups. Yeah, it's almost this, I'm almost feeling this energy of things that you may have been excited about before, the passions that you may have desired. Now when they're brought forth to you, you don't even want them, because you're just in this energy of sadness. And if this isn't resonating, I would suggest picking a different pile, because we have the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles has come out for each pile, so that's interesting. Oh, I wanted to get the bottom deck energy. Seven of Wands twice. Wow. Yeah, there's this energy here where things that you would normally do, things that you would normally feel passionate about, things that you won't have the same urge to do those things. And there's a reason for this. There's a reason that you need to, there's a lot to process right now. And the only way, you know, to make it to this Queen of Pentacles and to make it to this place where you feel like whole again and sufficient again, and like you can, you know, be in the world and tackle life again, is to take some time by yourself. But yeah, there's movement happening over here. It's almost like you are building this strength for some reason. It feels like there's some reason that you need to be building this strength. It's like maybe there's like a battle that you need to fight. I don't know why. It's just with the Seven of Wands appearing twice here. There's this feeling that you need to fight for something, or like you need to, here, I'm gonna get one more clarifier. What is this Seven of Wands energy? The Sun. Yeah, maybe through this process, through this painful process, or process of just dealing with your emotions, dealing with your mind, trying to quiet yourself. Through this, I feel like there is a lot that you will shed. There is a lot that you will release and move on from. And I feel like that's necessary for the next chapter in your life. Because there's a lot of fire there's a lot of movement coming. There's a lot of sun. There's a lot of passion and excitement that's coming into your life. A lot of fast moving energy that is near the end of this reading. So I feel like you need to release these things and process these things in order to build the strength that you need in order to fight the battles that you will fight in the future. And I don't want to freak you out or anything, Battle 3. It's not like these battles have to be like difficult things. It could even be like a choice, maybe through the process, maybe through whatever you've lost, you've learned how to process this, and that's something that you need to teach other people. You need to teach other people how to fight for like to make it through this like painful process. Like sometimes when we go through like a like loss or heartbreak or whatever it may be, it is like we need to fight in order to get through it. And I feel like that's kind of what this energy possibly is like this kind of warrior energy where it's like, yes, I'm going to make it through. I'm going to persevere and, you know, keep moving regardless of the difficulties of the past. And even though there's this pause and there's this silence and there's this energy of like quiet and peace that needs to occur in your life, it doesn't mean that you aren't still battling something, you know? I don't know how to say that in a better way. Like, it doesn't mean that you're not, that you're still overcoming something. You're still fighting for that. And I feel like through that process, you're learning how to overcome those things. And it's something that you can then share with other people and help them through those things. Yeah, I hope this is making sense. Yeah, because look at the confidence in these beings. This being is riding forward and has no fear. And look at the way this, I don't know if it's a fox. It looks kind of like a fox. Look at the way this fox is fighting off this other animal. There are these babies back here. And this mother or father or this parent of these creatures is fighting off other beings for the safety. So I feel like this is you, and these are just not necessarily your children. It could be, but you know, other beings, and you're showing that you can make it through and that you can defeat that, and you're showing them how they can do that as well, so that when they are faced with similar situations, they then have that same strength that you developed. So yeah, I'm also seeing that there is like protection surrounding you. Like, I feel like right now there are beings around you, and if you did have someone that passed on recently, that person is also around you right now. But I feel like there are also a lot of like spirit guides and light entities that are surrounding you and trying to make you feel comforted right now. But I do see a lot of like good things happening in the future. I just feel like this is just a phase that you need to get through in order to almost like put things into perspective and see how difficult things can be, so that when things are like so amazing in the future, you can look back and be like, wow, like I really made it through all of that. That's insane. That's crazy. And yeah, and you can come from like such a higher place because you'll have so much gratitude because you'll have dealt with, you know, like these difficult situations. And then, yeah, and then you'll come out so much stronger and more grateful for what you have in the future, because you'll know how difficult things can be. Okay, let's get some more advice for you. Okay, message for pile 3. We have Druid. Hold the space. I feel like this man likes to come out a lot. But I feel like that's, again, going back to this energy of silencing the mind and protection and introspection and just taking time for yourself, holding the space for yourself where you can just clear out what doesn't serve you anymore. And you can just, be in your own energy and not be concerning yourself with the chaos that is around you. You can just sit in silence and allow things to process, allow the energies and your emotions and your thoughts to just move through you and move out, and allow those things that no longer are serving you anymore to be released. Okay, we're going to get one more card for you, pile 3, and then we're going to close the reading. The Seas of Mentaka. Seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness into light. Yeah. So I'm feeling with this card, I'm feeling with the energy that you're going to be releasing, because I feel like I can see this like almost darkness around you right now, with this kind of mourning and this sadness that's happening right now. I feel like I'm seeing that energy floating away and being released, and then there's this, where that energy was before, there's this openness, there's this emptiness there, and that allows for new energy to come in. And I feel like that's what this card is like bringing in new energy, new potential energy, and, almost reworking your inner structures into something new. And yeah, allowing for beautiful things to happen in the future. So yeah, once you're not holding on to that darkness and that pain anymore, there's going to be a beautiful resurgence of light and happiness and excitement. And if you're feeling like you're in a very dark space right now, just know that this too shall pass. The storm will pass. The storm won't stay forever, and the sun will come out again. And yeah, there are beautiful things on the horizon for you. There's literally the sun, which is the most positive card in the tarot deck. So you have prosperity, you have a new start coming. It's just a matter of taking some time to be peaceful with where you are right now, and holding that space for whatever you need to feel right now, and then release it when you're ready, and then move forward, and then teach others how to do the same. I feel like you're going to be gaining a lot of wisdom through this process, and it's something that's going to give you a much higher perspective on life. So yeah, that's very beautiful to see. I feel like it will help you get into your power and become the person that you needed to be in your life. So this one's going on a little bit long. I think that's all I have for you, pile 3. I hope that you felt the light in this reading, and you I hope that you felt the positivity come through, because as much as there is, difficulties and pain here, there's also so much beauty that is coming. So I hope that you could feel that, and I am sending you all of that beautiful energy. I'm sending you that healing energy, that love energy, that abundance, the prosperity, the perseverance, the silence, and the peace that you need to grow into what you need to become. So thank you so much, pile 3, and hope to see you in the next reading. Bye! If you picked this beautiful rose quartz, this is going to be a reading. So we have pre-shuffled oracle cards here, and we are going to be finding out what messages the universe has for you. So we'll start with the Sufi Wisdom Oracle, and we have Dawn of Love. Love is rising on the horizon of your life. So that is very beautiful. And also with the rose quartz, I feel like this is very makes sense. It makes sense that it would be love. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, from the Spellcasting Oracle, we have Inspiration. From the Avalon Oracle, Wisdom of the Avalon Oracle, we have Burden. And from the Wisdom of the Oracle, we have Serendipity. And from the Moonology Oracle, we have Step Out of Your Comfort Zone. And we also have numbers 43 and 18. Okay. Okay, so it does feel like there is some sort of light that is coming up over the horizon, because we do have love is rising on the horizon of your life, and we have all this brightness here, and then this energy of serendipity. But with this card, it's interesting because we have this like this image here, but then it's like it zones in, and it wants you to focus right on this here, which almost looks like a yin yang. I feel like with love, with it being about love and having the rose quartz here, I feel like this could be about a romantic situation. I feel like love could be coming into your life, pile 4. Did I say pile 3 at the beginning? I may have said pile 3. I'm so sorry, pile 4. I meant to say pile 4. Okay. But yeah, it's like there's this whole beautiful image, but it's almost like it's not a clear image. It's not of something that you necessarily know what it is, but it's still beautiful and it's still flowing, but it's almost like constrained. It's like you want to focus on this thing over here. It's like there's something over here that is calling your name and drawing your attention towards it. It's like the light in the darkness, just like in this inspiration. Like your eye isn't drawn to the darkness of this card, right? It's not drawn to the outside of it. It's drawn to this light here and this light here and this being in the middle that's beaming. So I feel like I'm feeling two people coming together with this yin yang here. And it's dawn of love. So I feel like there is love here that is coming into your life. There is inspiration, but I feel like right now you could possibly be in a place where you feel a little bit burdened by your life, or you feel like nothing is progressing, or you feel like you can't move forward necessarily. Or maybe you even feel burdened by like the way the romantic world is, and like the amount of people that are out there. Like you've met a lot of people and they haven't been, anything that you've felt drawn to, and you're feeling burdened. Maybe you've dealt with a lot of relationships, you've seen a lot of people, you've met a lot of people, and you're feeling pretty burdened and bogged down by that at this point, and you're kind of feeling like you're not sure what to do. But maybe in those situations you have been not necessarily putting on a mask, but putting on a front, maybe that made you feel comfortable, that maybe made you feel more comfortable around those types of people. So for example, maybe if you were going on a date with someone that really liked sports and was really into that, you would kind of, just to make it comfortable with that person and to try to have things in common, you would try to like convince yourself that like, yeah, I like sports, I like those things too. And you would try to shift yourself a little bit for that person to try to make it the situation more comfortable. And I'm seeing that there's a need to step out of your comfort zone. So maybe that could just resonate for some of you. That doesn't have to be the situation, but I feel like you are staying in your comfort zone when it comes to romance, whoever you are, or when it comes to some aspect of your life. If this isn't romance, I am feeling like for the majority of you, it probably is. But for those of you who it isn't, there's some situation in your life where you are staying in your comfort zone and you are feeling like that's the easiest option, and like you're almost convincing yourself that the best thing for you is to stay in your comfort zone, when in reality that is what is keeping you burdened and keeping you stuck in this place. And what you really need to do is step out of your comfort zone and go here into this tunnel through to this looks like a beautiful place on the other side. And that is when you're going to gain your inspiration. And that is when you're going to see all these signs and synchronicities and move forward into something new. I feel like there are signs and synchronicities around you that are trying to call you out of your comfort zone, that are trying to call you towards something new. And you're kind of maybe trying to stay in the dark a little bit, not really wanting to see them. I'm seeing the way this lady is kind of looking away. And that could even be this situation. This is a beautiful image right here. Maybe this is where you've stayed for most of your life, just in this beautiful place. Not much is happening, and it's okay. But for what you want to experience in your life, for the relationships that you want to have, for the experiences that you want to have, even if it's not relationships, you need to step out of that, and you need to step into the tunnel, possibly into the dark, into the unknown, in order to reach the light, in order to reach this beautiful union, this union, or this space of this oasis. So I'm really feeling like, Pal 4, you need to step out of your comfort zone and follow your inspiration. Follow the signs. I feel like there's a card in one of these decks, which it'll be interesting if we get it. I think it's in the Starseed one, where it says like, jump before it makes sense. Jump before it makes sense, or like take the leap before it makes sense. And I feel like that's what I'm feeling for you, Pile 4. I feel like you need to leap into something new and, kind of follow that tiny little nugget of inspiration before it makes sense. And then it will bring you to this beautiful new dawn of love. Possibly. And even if this isn't like romantic love, this just could be something that brings a lot of love into your life. It could be some sort of like creative thing, or relationship with a friend, or something where you just need to step out of your comfort zone, be your authentic self, and then things will flow from there. Jump into the unknown. Be the fool. Live like the fool. Okay, we're gonna get some tarot for you now. Okay, I'm gonna do a good shuffle and see what comes out. I often try not to do that kind of shuffling because it shakes the camera. But okay, let's see. What does Pal 4 need to know? What messages from the universe? Judgment. The 9 of Cups and the 8 of Cups. Oh, and we have the Fool. Like I was saying, leap like the Fool. Okay, so I'll let you see these cards up a little closer. We have Judgment. That's beautiful. It's like she's rising up out of the flowers and like summoning this new life, this new experience. We have the 9 of Cups. So happiness. These are funny little fish, aren't they? And then we also have the 8 of Cups. So the 8 of Cups is walking away from something. So I feel like for you, Pile 4, you need to walk away from your comfort zone. Whatever is keeping you, it might be comfortable. It might be feel safe and pretty good because you've been there for a long time. But, safety is an illusion. Things can always change whether you stay in your comfort zone or not, Things can always shift around you and create chaos, no matter what. So you might as well do something different and jump towards something that actually feels like it has some sort of inspiration, rather than the universe kind of doing it for you. Because oftentimes, when we're pushing those things away and we're building that resistance, it's a lot harder on us when things just happen rather than when we're already, taking those steps, and it just kind of flows naturally. So yeah, definitely time to leap. Time to leap out of that comfort zone, leap out of that old skin, and move towards something new. Let's get some clarifiers. Okay, we have the Two of Wands. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Page of Cups. And we have the Knight of Swords. Okay, so I'm feeling like if this is a romantic situation, like if you're looking for romance, or if you have someone in mind and you've just been, not approaching them because you feel afraid and you feel like you don't want to make things uncomfortable with them, or you don't want to make things weird or awkward, or like maybe you're friends and you just don't want to tell them that you have feelings for them or something like that. But really, this is putting you in a place of stagnancy and burden where you feel like, oh, like, why is nothing happening? Why is nothing moving? Like, maybe you know that they like you too or something, and you're just like, why aren't they telling me? But really, the universe is like, well, why aren't you telling them? And really, they're just a reflection of you. So they're just reflecting to you that same energy that you're putting out, which is staying in your comfort zone. And so this person is also possibly staying in their comfort zone. I mean, even if it's not romantic, this could just be happening anyways. You're staying in your comfort zone, so life is also not necessarily shifting things either. But eventually it probably will shift. Nothing ever stays the same. Change is the only consistent thing that happens in life. But what I'm seeing, though, with the Page of Cups and the Knight of Swords, with all these cards that just came out, I feel like it's time for you to leap forth and express yourself. If this is a connection, if there is someone that's on your mind that you feel very drawn to and feel very inspired by, and you feel connected to, and you feel like there's this like serendipitous feeling like you're meant to be together, but you just aren't expressing yourself, I feel like it's really time to just express yourself. What is the worst thing that could happen if you express your feelings? They reject you. Oh well, move on. It's better to express yourself and, have them reject you than to never ever know. The worst thing that could happen is that things basically stay the same and nothing ever progresses, or you have the best case scenario, which is that you have this beautiful union together, which is what I feel is very possible here. So regardless, expressing yourself will show the universe, show life, that you are ready to put yourself out there and that you are ready to express and receive love. The more we hoard our energy inwards and we, close ourselves in, the more that shows life that, we're not ready for those things. And you might just keep hiding from those situations, and you don't want to be in that comfort zone forever. You don't want to be, stuck in that same place forever. Yeah. But like, you could be also someone that, is going out there and is trying to, express yourself. But I feel like regardless, you need to take a different approach. There's some part of you that is trying to hide away. There is some little piece that you're trying to keep safe. And, that makes sense if you've been hurt in the past, or if you've, seen a lot of people be hurt. But that's part of life. We can never know whether that's going to happen, like even if people express love to each other, and, they can have a relationship for 10 plus years and then separate after that. You can never know what's going to happen. And you could have this person reject you, and then the next day some amazing person comes into your life that you couldn't have possibly fathomed was going to come in, and then there they are, and they're even better than the other person, and you're like, what did I even see in that person anyway? And you're like, wow, this person now is like, oh, amazing. So you just never know what's going to happen in life. And so I don't think it can hurt you too much to express yourself. And you don't have to like go crazy with it. You don't have to be like, I love you, I'm obsessed with you. But you can just, express how you feel whenever you're ready. But I feel like that is something that would highly benefit you. And if it isn't a relationship, there's some form of expression that needs to be released, or some form of communication. There could be even just a person, like a friend or someone that you need to make amends with and that you need to talk to, and just express yourself and express your perspective, and just get out of your comfort zone. Whatever your comfort zone is, rip it off. Jump off the cliff, not literally, but do something different. It could even be small steps at first. Like, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to immediately, right now, as soon as you're done this reading, go and tell the person that you love them. You could start with just doing little small things. Like, maybe if it makes you uncomfortable to like their picture, you go do that first. Or maybe if it makes you uncomfortable to tell your friend how you feel about this person, maybe you do that first. Maybe you just do like small little steps that slowly shows you that you can open yourself, and it's not the worst thing in the world to do. Maybe you tell a sibling, oh yeah, I really like this person, because some of us, we really like to hold that stuff closed, because we're very afraid of what other people think. So I feel like it's time for you to just slowly start opening yourself, slowly start expressing yourself, even other parts of yourself, even not even just your emotions, but like your opinions. Even just start expressing how you really feel, and not being afraid of what other people think. And sometimes it's not even fear of what other people think. Sometimes it's just that we want to make other people comfortable. Maybe you are a person that likes to agree with people just to make them feel comfortable. But I feel like this is time to get rid of all comfort zones. Just speak authentically, say how you feel, express yourself the way you would to someone that you could, express yourself the way you would to yourself. Although not everyone is very expressive to themselves. So, yeah, I would just say start with small little steps. Even start expressing yourself to yourself if that is something that you feel uncomfortable with. Sometimes we are in denial about how we feel about certain things, and so we try to convince ourselves that that's not how we feel, even when we know deep down that it is. So maybe start just cracking yourself open to yourself, and start, admitting how you feel to yourself, and then to a sibling, and then to a friend, and then maybe to the person. But yeah, it doesn't mean you have to jump straight in for the gusto. You can slowly, do little baby steps to learn how to express yourself. But anyways, we're going to get some more advice. So what advice does Pal 4 need? Protection Guardian, drop your shields. Okay. So I feel like this is giving me the vibe that you are protected. You are protected by guardians and by guides and by life. And it's time for you to drop your shield, and for you to just allow yourself to be a little bit vulnerable. Drop your shields. That makes perfect sense that we got that one. I love it when that happens. That's great. Okay, let's get one more. Starkeeper. Cosmic ancestors, seed the light by staying grounded. Okay. So drop your shields, allow yourself to be vulnerable, but also try to stay grounded. So I feel like what helps to stay grounded, I mean, there's little ways that you can do it, like wearing bare feet outside in the grass, maybe like sitting cross-legged on the ground, just touching the ground sometimes helps you be grounded. There's also like tons of other techniques that you can just look up. But also, I feel like just getting in touch with your deeper self and getting more in touch with who you authentically are and what you authentically feel is going to help you stay grounded. Because a lot of the time when we, deny certain parts of ourselves and certain feelings, it creates this kind of like energy bubble that is trying to like rise up and escape, and it kind of ungrounds us and makes us feel like we can't think about things clearly, we can't feel things clearly, we can't, it makes things difficult in our lives, and it makes things a little bit scattered when we try to suppress certain things. So I feel like as you start to open up and as you start to be more vulnerable, it's going to allow these things to express themselves rather than like, I'm almost seeing like there's this image of balloons inside of you, and it's like when you try to suppress these things, it's like they blow up and they try to like levitate you and lift you off the ground, and they kind of, sorry, they're ungrounding you and they're making you feel like scattered. So I feel like once you start to deflate those balloons and you start to release them, you'll feel much more like you have solidity on the ground, like you know where you are, how you feel, where you stand in situations, and that'll help you feel grounded. So yeah, I hope that made sense. I feel like sometimes when I make these metaphors, it just kind of doesn't make sense anymore. But I think that's pretty much all I have for you, Pal 4. Yeah, I hope everything made sense. Yeah, you just need to drop the shields, get out of that comfort zone, leap into something new. You can take baby steps. It doesn't have to be all at once, but I think it would be very, very beneficial for you and for your own well-being to, start to allow people to see the real you and start to allow yourself to express how you really feel. So, yeah. And I feel like once you do this, everything will start to just fit together. It will be like the puzzle just serendipitously fits together, and you'll see like all these signs, synchronicities, crazy, beautiful things happening in your life. So, yeah. Thank you so much for watching. I am sending you beautiful energy, healing, vulnerability, love, inspiration, alignment, beauty, and movement. So thank you so much for watching again, Pal 4. I hope this resonated, and I hope to see you in another reading. Thank you for watching. Bye!